Hi everybody, welcome to the Ballet Floor Barre. This is the first time I'm teaching a floor bar, but it's a really essential skill to have because whenever you're sick or injured or you're on holidays, you're in a motel room or you're somewhere with not a lot of space, this is a really useful way to keep your technique up and keep your muscles toned and your posture doing really well. So I'm going to take you through about a 40-minute program today. So we're going to start with our feet and work up through all the joints of the body to warm everything up. So stretching your legs out, you can also lie on your back to do this part if you want to, but I'm going to sit up. I'm going to circle the ankles. So you want to flex the feet and work through the joints of the feet. If you're just turning out the hips to make your feet do a circle, you're not actually warming up the ankle joints. So keep your knees still and just really make sure that you're circling the ankle. And we're going to do about 6 or 8 on each direction. Pushing through the metatarsals and using the toe joints. Let's go the other way. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Alright, so that's the ankles. The knees don't need a huge amount of warming up because the knees are a hinge joint. They're only designed to move in and out. The knees should not move in circles, and we're going to warm up the knees in a little moment when we do the hips as well. But first we're going to do a bit of work with our hips and back, and then we'll go on to the knees and hips in a sec. So what I want you to do is just hug the knees into your chest and imagine there's a tennis ball or an orange up on your chest, and you're going to draw a circle around that sphere with your knees, and you're going to push down with your hands as you do so. And what this is going to do is massage your lower back into the floor and start to warm up the deep ligaments in the hips. So we're going to go 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, other direction, 8, 7, pulling in with your hands, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Alright, moving on to the abdominals now. So we're going to do some side to side with the knees. Palms down on the floor, and you can choose to either keep the knees right into the chest here or increase the difficulty by taking the knees up and making the calves at a right angle, or you can lift your legs right up in the air if you've got a super strong core and you want a nice challenge. So the most basic version is knees into the chest, and we're going to keep the shoulders down, flatten the abs into the floor, and circle the knees over to one side, keeping the knees and the feet together, lengthening out the spine here, keeping the arms down on the floor. Suck the abs down towards the spine to bring the knees back to the chest, and then over to the other side, knees and feet together, feeling the twist through the spine. You don't go down to the floor if your shoulder comes up. This depends on your flexibility. If you get to here and your shoulder starts lifting, you've got to stop the knees and put the shoulder down. This is your anchor. You don't want to let that go. So make sure you're just working with your own capacity. Shoulders staying flat on the floor as you twist. Okay, I'm going to do a couple more difficult ones so you can see how that would look. So my calves are at a 90 degrees. Keep your knees into the chest if you prefer that version, that's fine. Sucking the spine down towards the floor to bring the legs back up to center. Keeping the knees and feet together all the way over. Sucking the spine down to come to center. All the way over we go. And back to center, pushing the abs back in. And if you had your legs up straight, you would still keep your knees and feet together as you go over. I'm finding this one harder to control, and it puts a lot more strain on your back. So only do this if your abs are really strong. I'm going to hit the couch actually. So yeah, space might also be a consideration for you. Alright, so abs warmed up nicely. We're going to warm up the spine now. This one is similar, but what we're going to do here is take the knees under the chest to the side And as we circle around to center, the toes stay on the floor, and we're going to arch our spine in this position here. And then as we come over to the other side, the arm circles above the head and we wrap ourselves into a little ball. Then unfolding everything, point the toes, arch the back. This is a really good back warm-up without straining your back by using gravity because we're on the floor. Curve, curve, curve. Use your abdominals to contract in. And then arch, arch, arch as you come around. Toes stay on the floor, drawing a circle on the floor with your toes. Over the head with the arm curve. Unfold and circling the toes around. Arch your back. Arm goes over the head. Curl up in a little tiny ball. Use your abdominals here. Unfold. Arch as strongly as you can. We're just going to do one more set. Curl. Unfold and arch. And over your head and curl. And back to center. And as you can see, this one does make you travel. I've moved halfway down my mat. Alright, so our spine should be nicely warmed up by this point. The next exercise is done sitting up, and this is to provide a really good warm up for the hips and the legs. Also, I want you to work on keeping your chest open on this one. So we're going to point the toes and lift the knees up and down, but don't sink in the waist as you lift the knees up. So what I don't want you to do is this thing. You've got to keep the back of the waist lifted as you bring the knees up, because then you're using the abs to bring the knees up and you're getting a lot more strength work there. So you're going to go up, down, flex as you look to the side and flex and point. Then you're going to lie down on the floor and repeat. Knees go up, down, look to the side with a flex and center point, side and point. We're going to do 4 of those, and then we're going to introduce an arms. So when we do the arm version, it goes arms in first. You've got to control the abs a lot more here. Arms in 5th, arms to 2nd as you flex, point, and then you lie down, and of course you have to control the roll down with your abs, and we're doing it on the floor. Arms in 1st, arms in 5th, arms to 2nd as you flex, point, flex, point, and then you're going to scoop your arms forward to sit up for the first movement of the next set. But first we're going to do 4 of those without the arms, so don't panic. Alright, are we ready? I'll go on a diagonal, I think, that might be best. You've always got to work out how to use your space best. Alright, so sitting up nice and tall, tummy in, here we go. 7, 8, can I use the music? Up, flex, point, let's lie, down, up, down, flex, point, sitting up, flex, point, go down, flex, point, sitting up, flex with the feet, lying down, flex, point. Now with the arms, are we ready everybody? Arms, 5th, flex, point, flex, lie down, flex, point, flex, sitting up, flex, point, flex, lying down, flex, point, and up. 2 more sets, flex, point, lying down, flex, point, last one, here we go, flex, point, lie down, here we go, flex, point, and sitting up to finish. Alright, so I think you'll find you've got really warm hips and abs now. Everything in your body should be warmed up really nicely. We're just going to finish off with a little bit of shoulder work. So we're going to roll our shoulders. 2, 3, 4, and forward. 1, 2, 3, 4, and we've just lost power to the music. I'm sorry, we're going to go ahead in silence because otherwise we're going to, oh there it is, it's come back. How weird. Okay, sorry peeps, technical issues. Stretching out the shoulders now, clasp your hands behind your back, pull your fists down to the floor, open the shoulders but don't arch the back here because we're trying to stretch in front of the chest, not stretching the back as such. Now lifting the fists up to the ceiling, bending forward. And coming back to upright. One more time. Bending forward, lifting the fists up. And up we come. We're going to do another version of that lying on our stomach now to really start working into the muscles of the lower back. Lying on your tummy, clasp the fists above the butt, pull the fists down towards the feet. Make sure you're not clenching your glutes here because this is all about the back muscles. Turning the head side, center, side, center, and down we go. And relax, breath in. Pull the fists down to the feet, looking up, turning side, center, side, center, and down we go. One more time, fists down to the feet, pull, 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 looking side, center, side, center, and last time, this is the last one. Pull the fists down, 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 looking side and center and side and center, and back into your child's pose just to ease out that back. Clearly time for me to tie this mop away. Keep stretching your back out. Alright, moving on to a whole section of exercise to strengthen your turnout and your hips. We're going to start off lying on your, what's the first one we're going to do? Lying on your stomach, I think. No, we'll lie on the back. Alright, so lying down, you're going to flex the feet, turn out, point, and plie. Alright, so now what I want you to do is try and relax the hip flexors, holding the abs in, and we're going to try and access the abductors, keeping the heels up off the floor as we point the toes strongly and slide down, 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 trying not to access the quads, down with the heels, and relax. And pull it up, point your toes, heels come off the ground, relax those hip flexors. My right one will just not let go. Come on, buddy. And activating the abs and the adductors, and here we go, down, 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 and relax. Pulling the feet up again, point the toes, heels up off the ground, and activate the abs, and down we go with the adductors, down, 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 down. One more, relax the legs, pulling them up, heels off the floor, point the toes together, relax those hip flexors, and down we go, down, keeping the hips up, fighting to keep the heels up as the feet point down, down, down. You're going to get a bit of carpet burn on your toes doing this if you're not careful. And relax. Alright, we're going to try and do that on our stomach, which is much harder. Alright, so your feet are not going to touch the floor. You're going to keep your hips down and try and access the inner rotator muscles of the hips in this position. So bringing your feet up as high as they will go. You'll notice that your hips will try and increase. So relax and keep your hips down. Only bring your knees up as far as you can with keeping the quads flat on the floor and the hips on the floor. Pointing the toes and then drawing them down, down, down to a pointed straight leg position, and relax. Alright, up we come. Get the quads flat on the floor, hips down, pointing the toes, inner rotators going down, 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 and relax, and up we come. Last one, pointing the toes, quads down on the floor, no daylight under your hip joints, and down, 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 and relax. Okay, I realised I forgot to do one of the warm-up exercises, which is for your hamstrings. So we're going to go in and in. Now keep the legs straight as you lift them up and flex, and down, keep the knees straight, up and down and in. Kick your bottom without creasing the hip joints, and flex and point, and 2 more sets, and in and in, and flex and point, and flex and point, and in and flex and point, and flex and point. So nice warm up for the hamstrings there. We're going to walk on the turnout one more time in a different, oh, there's like 3 more exercises, but the one we're doing right now, we're going to turn out, sorry, we're not going to turn out. We're going to tuck the toes under, stretch the legs. Now we turn out. You can put your head down on your hands, guys, so you don't have to keep it up. And then trying to work the heels down into the floor with straight legs and without creasing the hip joints up. Really let the glutes go, don't let them get in the action, and then pointing the toes, point, 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 point. Relax and turn in, tuck the toes under, flex, turn out, and point, 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 and relax. Flex, tuck the toes under, stretch, turn out, turn out, turn out, and then point the toes, point, point, point. 2 more. Relax everything, toes under and stretch the legs, turn out, really trying to get the backs of the legs to come together there without squeezing your quads, and then point, 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 and relax. Last one, tuck the toes under, stretch the legs, turn out, and then point, 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 and relax. All right, this next one is my absolutely best find ever, and a lot of these exercises are taken from Nicole Bass' Floor Barre that she released in the 80s, which is just still a work of genius. And this one is one of her creations. You're going to stay on your stomach with the legs in parallel. You're going to retire one leg in parallel. Then you're going to turn out both of your legs. So hang on, I'll use the other leg. So we're retire in parallel. Then we're going to turn out both legs. So this knee is going to travel outwards. But what you don't want to do is lift up this hip off the floor. The hip's got to stay down, and as a result, the toe will come up unless you're born with 180 turnout in your hips, which most of us are not. Then you're going to use your inner rotators in here to try and work that toe down towards that calf. Then we turn everything in and relax back down to flat. So second leg, retire. Turn out both feet. Now push those hip bones into the floor. Rotator muscles pulling the toe down as far as they can. Turning in and relax down. Retire in parallel. Turn out both legs. Using your rotator muscles, pulling them down, down, down. Turn everything in and leg down. Again. Retire. Turning out. Pulling that toe down. Don't let the hips come off the floor. Turning everything in and down. Retire, turning out, toe working itself down, 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 turning in and down. This is the last one. Retire, turn out the leg, work that toe down, down, down towards the calf, keeping the hip bone on the floor, turn in and down we go. This one can be quite a powerful exercise for your inner thighs. So you're always going to want to stretch it out. So cross your ankle over the knee, pull that knee into your chest, pull, pull, pull. And breathe. We want to try and hold this for a minimum of 10 seconds. And relax. And take the other ankle across the opposite knee, hands through the gap, and pull those towards your chest. The only thing that should be working here is your arms. Everything else should be soft and relaxed. and relaxing and letting that go. All right, stay on your back here because now we're going to do some bridge work. So we're going to roll our spine up. Let's just get this technique right. Starting with the pubic bone, you're going to scoop your abs to lift the pubic bone off the floor, and then we're going to lift bone by bone up through the hips, the waist, the back of the ribs, the shoulders, until we've got a straight line from our shoulders right up to our knees. And then we're going to roll back down again, starting with the top. Shoulders go down first, back of the ribs, back of the waist, back of the hips, and lastly your butt and pubic bone, relaxing into a normal position. So I want you to be as careful and as mindful as you can to roll the bones up off the floor in that order. You're going to get much more benefit and control out of that. So we're rolling up. This is number 2. Up, up. Do not squeeze your butt, people. Use your hamstrings, use your back, use your abs to come down, controlling the progress. Down, down. 2 more. Scoop the lower abs. Up we go. Bone by bone. Unfurling. Like a fern in a tree. Rainforest is what I was trying to say, not a tree forest. Shoulders down. Ribs down. Waist down. Hips. Butt. Pubic bone. And last time, scoop the lower abs up. Up we go, bit by bit, till you reach the top. Take a big breath up there. And rolling everything down, shoulders first, back of the ribs, back of the waist, back of the hips, and relax. The next stage is when we're really going to start working the turnout. So you're going to reach the top of your roll up, then you're going to extend this leg out, cross it over, keeping the hips even, because this one is going to want to drop. You've got to keep both hips even and try and turn out that knee more. So you're going to have a two-way tension, pushing up through the hip joint and down with the knee. And then you're going to roll down, down, down with that leg still crossed over and replace it. So we're going to roll up, 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 up. Stretching that leg out, don't let the hip drop. Cross it over the opposite knee, turn out as much as you can. Don't let the glutes take over, and rolling down, 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 down. Switching legs. Rolling up, tucking in the pubic bone, scoop that belly out, slowly lifting up till you reach that nice straight line. Extend the leg, cross the foot over, turn out the knee more, more, more. Resist with the hip and rolling down. And leg down. Last one, rolling up. If you're doing this in your own time, you can do more of these. You can do 6 or 8 and work up to 10. Extending the leg out. Today we're only doing 4. This is our last one. Turning out, out, out. And slowly rolling down, 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 scooping the belly. And relax and hugging the knees into the chest. So just relax and lengthen out all those muscles we just worked. And coming up to sitting. This music is cracking me up. This is not the playlist I thought I'd put on today. So I hope it's working for you. Alright, so we're going to do a bit of a port de bras exercise now, which is a really nice one. You're going to cross one leg over the other. Sitting up with both sitting bones descending right down through the floor. Nice open chest and straight spine. Arms going to second. You're going to hug the opposite knee, open towards the back shoulder, and then you're going to bend, side bend, right over, pushing both hips into the floor and don't let the hips come up. Lengthen through the arm, don't drop it to the floor, lengthen to the opposite wall. And then use the hand to draw yourself up out of that. Keep the spine straight and the chest open. Come through a nice strong second position, carving through the air. Hug the other knee and over we go sideways, reaching over to the wall. Keep both hip bones down. It's easier on this side actually. Hand brings you up again. Nice big open second position, supporting through the shoulder blades, carve through the air sideways, other side. Bending sideways, over we go. Nice big second, carve, carve, carve. Open as far as you can, back corner. Bending sideways, lengthening through the spine. This clever little exercise takes a whole lot of control in just about every joint, so it's a real all-rounder, this one. And now we're going to switch legs, sink back onto your hips, switch feet, cross the other one over. Sitting up nice and tall with both sitting bones descending down through the floor. Hugging your leg with the opposite arm, opening that back arm. Stretch your spine up towards the ceiling, spiral. Bending sideways and over, lengthen to the opposite wall. Keeping that hip bone down, down, down. Use your hand to unfold everything. Carving sideways, as if you're slicing through water in a pool. Hug your arm, hug your leg I mean. Bending over sideways. Push that foot down, push the hip down. And open. Carving through, one more on each side. Open, open, open. Bend, bend, bend. Breathe in to come up. Breathe out to spiral and curve. Breathe in to lift the arm. And breathe out to bend. Breathing in to come up. And breathing out to spiral back to center, and we're done. Alright. Okay, the knees up exercise we did before, we're now going to do in turn out. So now we've warmed everything up, we should have a nice lot of strength to work with. So keep your legs stretched out. We're turning out the whole time. We're going to start with our arms supporting our spine. We're going to do 4 sets with no arms, and then we'll do 4 sets with the arms coming first, arms coming to 5th, and on the flex turning out with your head to side, starting out with no arms though. Oh look, we have you too. Ready? 5, 6, I missed the cue. 6, 7, here we go. Knees up, turn the head, flex, point, lie down, knees up, flex, point, sit up, knees up, flex, point, lie down, flex, point, sitting up, knees up, flex, point, lying down, flex, point, last time, knees up, head to the side, flex, point, now with arms, on the last time, flex, point, now we do the arms, first, 5th, my toes are getting carpet burn, legs and arms, flex, point, sitting up, and 5th, and flex, point, lying down, flex, point, sitting up, 1, 2, arms open, flex, point, this is our last time, lie down, flex, point, up, flex, point, and flex, point, sitting up, well done, give yourself a little pat on the back, because I'm sure tomorrow my toes are going to be raw. Maybe socks would be a really good idea, or ballet shoes, that would have been good, wouldn't it? Alright, feet, soles of the feet together, holding onto your ankles, not your toes, use the elbows to press down onto your quads or knees, stretching the turnout muscles, head forward, rolling up, we're going to do that one more time, straight back, breathe in, press down on those quads with your elbows, and rolling up. Now we're going to cross one foot over the other ankle. So we're making a triangle, knees, knees and hips are the 3 points of our triangle. So try and make sure the ankle bones are directly in line with the knee joints. We're going to sit up really tall and straight, breathing in, and then we're going to reach forward, and you should be getting a really nice stretch on the outside of your hips. And rolling up, and then we're going to switch legs, making a nice triangle shape, lining up your bones and reaching forward, breathing out. And rolling up. All right, people, my music is finished, which could mean our time's up. I'm just going to check the time. We've got 5 more minutes. Excellent. Let's do some stretching. So take a straddle stretch. Sideways, trying to get both hip bones equal distance down towards the floor. And your front foot can be tucked in, or if you want more of a stretch on the outside of that folded leg, you can bring your foot right up to a 90-degree angle if you like, and that will increase the stretch there. Right now, today, I need it tucked in. So sitting up to begin with, stretching out the front of that hip flexor and breathing in. And slowly out, lengthening as you breathe, releasing the tension out of the tight parts as you feel the oxygen meeting them. And then relaxing down to the floor, so you're getting more of a stretch in the bent hip now. And coming up, we're going to switch legs. I've just remembered a couple of really good adage exercises I could show you. We might have to do those next time. Hip bones equal distance away from the floor. We could do some devil pays, couldn't we, just to finish? Okay, after this stretch we will. All right, so sitting up nice and tall, open the chest. Breathe deeply and soften the front of that hip of the extended leg. And now relaxing forward to get a stretch in that hip of the bended leg now. You can bring that foot up to make 90 degrees as I mentioned before if you need it. Or any place in between folded and 90, whatever gives you the best stretch. Just make sure you keep breathing as you stretch. Alright, so I'm going to show you an adage exercise now, but we do have to sort of basically finish, so this is going to be quite quick. You're going to lie on your back, and you're going to turn out both legs, retire one leg, extend it out, devant. Then you're going to tip everything twisted over to the side, but keep your shoulders down on the floor. And using your abdominal muscles, don't lift that shoulder off. Using your abdominal muscles, bring everything back to center where it was. And turn out, turn out, turn out, and back down to the floor. Other leg goes retire, extend devant, tipping over to the floor. Keep the opposite shoulder down. Using your stomach, press the hips back down to center where they were. Turn out, turn out, turn out as you go. And lengthen back down to the floor. One more time. Retire. Extend your leg devant. Tip everything over, twisting. And then using all your core muscles, control everything back to center. turn out, more, and lengthen that leg back down to the floor, and retire, extend devant, and twisting over, and back to center, turn out to your maximum strength capacity, and back down to first. All right, that is all we've got time for. I'm really sorry. You can repeat that développé exercise on your stomach for a really good arabesque line strengthening session. I strongly advise that you keep stretching right now in your own time, but I have to get over to the studio to teach the afternoon's classes. Thanks for joining me, and I'll see you next time. I forgot to say, it's Nicola at Oasis Digital Dance School. Bye. Oh, isn't that great? Can't press the stop button.